I'm Rosy Hardy, this is Rosy Hardy Gardening, and today we are going to do a beginner's how to plant your plants. So you've got all of your plants, and how are you going to lay them out? I've got a lovely raised bed here, and this is for demonstration purposes. Please be aware that I am just going to show you, if you have a raised bed, you would have the soil level much higher than this. So this is just for showing you how you do it. What a lot of beginners worry about is, how do you place the plants out? How is spacing done? So when you're looking at your plants, normally the label will say height by spread, which gives you a huge amount of help. And if you've got things for the front of the border, these ones are only going to get about 20 centimetres. That's about 8-9 inches. And I always say, hold the plants like this. So you've got them at around about shoulder width apart, and that is probably the easiest way to start with your spacing. So turn round to your bed and go straight down shoulder width apart. That's going to be your front row. With these I have got a third, so that would then go nicely behind and give you a triangle of plant material like so. We'll carry on, and we've got some more. So we're holding them like this. They're going to go down at this width. But of course, you've got to remember that that one's got to be there. So you're going far enough apart, and you are creating what is the front of a border with your low plant material looking like so. You can carry on filling it up. Now you go for your middle ones or a little bit of space, and you'll be able to fill up the whole border, and it will start to look really good. Now I have got a few with flowers on, absolutely no problem with that, and we are just going to utilize colour, shape and form, and we just sort of make up, not quite getting in rows, but we will have material that is going to be taller. Now I'm going to go around the other side of the bench here, and we're going to have some lovely tall stuff coming in here like that, and then fill up the back row with other material. Some of it will be more, what shall we say, architectural with its foliage to start off with. So we've got an Echinacea here. You don't want two Echinaceas together. We'll have one over there. We've got a lovely Agastache here, which gives us a spike and blue. Now I've got two foliages which are the same, got grass-like and grass-like. That's not a good idea. So let's just swap those two over and have it in that type of look. The plants are all laid out in their different formats. We have the plants all laid out, they all look good. What is the next stage? So the next stage will be planting. Hopefully before you all did all this, you did take all the weeds out. That was one thing I forgot to say right at the beginning. Make sure that area you're planting in is weed free. Your plants will then need to be taken out of their pots, so you can press them out of their containers like so. Now I've picked that up from there. Now, if you're not too sure about where you are picking up and putting your plants back, then a good idea is to use the tool that you are going to make the hole with. And with plants of this size, you can either use a hand trowel or a hand fork. I do personally prefer a hand fork. So put the fork in position where the plant is, pick up the plant and tip it out of its container like so, and you can just squeeze the roots like this, and it will break them up and it will make them go in. You don't have to go much more than that because herbaceous is quite happy. Then you can dig out the hole where it was. With this being lovely fresh soil, you will then plant the plant in, fill back in around and press in, and that is fine. So it is mark the hole, move the plant. If the ground you're going into is a little bit dry, then take your watering can, fill up with water so you get a puddle, and then allow it to drain through down into the bottom of the hole. Then you can take the plant and plant it into that hole quite nicely, like so, backfilling. The water has gone down, the roots will then follow that water, which is absolutely fine. If you don't like the labels there, take them out, or the other way is to make sure the label goes in the bottom of the hole like that, so at a later date, should you want to actually see what's in there or what it is, then it is there all together. So that is your planting up, and then you will carry on and go through and do all the rest of the plants as you go. Now we have all the plants in and they're looking really happy like so. The next stage will be, how do you look after them? So planting, make sure they're in correctly, you firm them in, you've given the roots a little bit of a tease, and they are there looking happy. They're going to flower, fill out, and you will have a fabulous raised bed. Thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe to the channel.